Good morning, parents. It is Monday morning. I know you guys have a big, busy week probably ahead of you. I thank you all for taking time to participate in our family dedication service this Sunday. It's going to be a good time. I know if you register to do this, obviously you think it's important to raise your child in a Christ-like home. And as the children's minister, one of my responsibilities I feel is to equip parents with the tools they need to raise their families in this type of home. First, we look to Scripture to see the importance of this. Deuteronomy chapter 6 tells us, These are the commands, decrees, and laws the Lord your God directed to me to teach you to observe in the land that you are crossing the Jordan to possess, so that you, your children, and their children after them may fear the Lord your God as long as you live by keeping all his decrees and commands that I give you, and so that you may enjoy long life. Hear, Israel, and be careful to obey, so that it may go well with you, and that you may increase greatly in land flowing with milk and honey, just as the Lord, the God of your ancestors, promised you. It says, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God. The Lord is one. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength. These commands I give to you today are to be on your hearts. Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up. Tie them as symbols on your hands and bind them on your foreheads. Write them on your doorframes of your houses and on your gates. So there's a lot of instruction on how we should train our children. Basically, the point is, during all those things, we want to make sure that our kids see us and see the relationship we have with God. When it talks about binding them and putting them places, putting scripture places, we see lots of people with scripture on their wall and things like that. You don't have to get scripture tattooed on your forehead like the verse implied, anything like that, nothing crazy. We're just talking about making sure that when you live a Christian lifestyle, your kids are seeing that and you're training them and talking to them. So as you're training your kids, there's three things you're going to get in this bag on Sunday, and I wanted to show you what those are and explain to them kind of how to use them. The first thing, since your child is usually very young at this point, one thing we make sure that we're doing, first step is kind of to make sure we're praying over our child. This is 12 verses to pray over your kids. It's just great. You can maybe do one a day, and then in a matter of a couple weeks, you can pray all these. Talks about courage, peace, provision, direction, a big list of things that we want to be praying and lift our kids up. It's not uncommon. Even I, at this point, not only pray for many of those things, but pray for my child's future spouse, because I know that it's important to me that even they are Christ followers. So there's lots of ways you can be praying for your kids, and start off right. Start off each morning, maybe put those somewhere where you see them, and make sure we're praying for our kids. Now, as you continue to train them, the next thing you do is probably either read to your child, hopefully, and this is the first kind of hands-on Bible I give you guys. Now, this isn't like a full Bible. This is like a storybook Bible. And so basically what this does, it has lots of stories, and in those, the reason we chose this is, it's got some activities. So when you start by just reading and them listening, but then as they get a little older, it has activities to do along with each story, and then it has prayers that your child can pray. So this is a great first Bible. The other thing I'm going to give you, which is a twofold, is an iTunes gift card. The one thing I'd love for you to do is download the YouVersion app for kids. It is fantastic. Basically, that YouVersion app for kids is probably the best Bible that you can use along with your kids. You can watch it, they can read it to them, or you can set it up to where they read, either way. But the YouVersion Bible is definitely the one I recommend. That's only $1. YouTube for YouVersion Kids. So make sure you get that for your child. And the other thing you can do with the rest of that card is, I encourage you to download some Christian music, play that in your child's nursery. One that we have recently that's come out in the last few years is called Worship Lullaby. It's some familiar tunes, but yet in lullaby form. Just make sure that's always around your child. My goal here is just to make sure you have all the tools you need. I'm praying for you guys. I will make sure this week I pray for each one of you and your families by name, of course. And look forward to Sunday. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call. 864-617-3181 is my number. Look forward to seeing you on Sunday. The rest of the details are in the email. Have a great day.